Well, I heard there's a new law in effect soon, but I have no idea on the details of the law.
I heard about it, but I just have no clue about what it is. A lot of my friends don't even really know, again, what this Obamacare is about. It's just in the air.
I do not know a lot about it other than how it affects my business personally, which from what we do know about it means that we fall under size-wise and employee-wise to qualify for it, so we really don't have to worry about it.
I just know about it through Obamacare and what I've seen on TV. As far as it hitting our community and steps that we need to take to get involved in it, no, I'm not aware of it.
During the election, I believe Obamacare was very popular, and many of the people were probably aware of it, but as of right now, I can guarantee you it's not at the forefront of the issues on the table for inner city young people or even their parents. So I would say, yes, I am slightly familiar with it, but the people that I serve, definitely not.
Like in general, I can say, I'm aware of, the changes that are coming, but I believe in details. I don't think I have all the details. In general, I know that there is a lot of things going on and a lot of changes, but with details, I don't think I'm an expert or I really are well informed of every detail. They don't realize what is happening. Okay. They know that is, the Obamacare, there is a change is coming, but I believe most of the people, they not really informed like what are gonna be those changes and how those changes gonna affect them.
Yes, I've read up on them. It's over 1,000 pages, so I know could be intimidating for many people, but I am aware they call it Obamacare, but it's a healthcare reform.
Well, I will assume like health insurance providers like Blue Cross Blue Shield or Tufts Health Plan or places like that, or United Health.
I'm sure there's numerous of places I could go. In fact, I'm thinking that they're going to come for me, being that I have a small business. And I do want my guys to have health care because it's very important. Yep. So, I mean, I could go online, I could ask around other companies who do have health care now, or who are looking into the Obamacare now, currently. Well, I could ask you, I could ask, again, I could get online. Being that we live in an information age, it's not that hard. I mean, you could go online. I'm not a shy person, I could ask around.
I would certainly go to the internet first and probably try to look for a website that I know is a viable one on the subject. I certainly talk to our advisors, our accountants, our insurance people who carry insurance on our regular company stuff, but I don't think that they even know. I actually know they don't know, so it's not really, there really isn't anyone that we've found that you can tap into who knows anything about it, because, go ahead.
So you feel that they're in the dark too?
I know that they are. It's not, because we did, when we were first doing the investigating, and now thinking about it in retrospect, they were certainly people that we tapped into, and everyone was sort of waiting, and they are still waiting to really understand the scenario.
We work with a population of low class, I'm gonna say lower to middle class individuals in the community. A lot of information doesn't get passed along in this community. People are not aware of their options that they have to get insurance. So part of our job is not only to pass along that information, but make sure that we have the correct information ourselves. We need the information ourselves. We have partners in law and policymakers, internet, TV, media, you, for just enlightening me right now on this. But we have ways that we can get this information, and it's just our job to pass along that information. My primary healthcare provider, many of the people that I serve, being on DHS or assisted healthcare, I'm not really sure where they would go to, but I would hope they could go to their healthcare provider as well. But I know for sure a lot of them will come to me, and I will try to learn as much as I can about them.
For me, I go to the internet, I go to Google, I Google it up, and it's a lot of information. It's a great deal of information that could be intimidating for the average person to try to decipher what's important to them.
We deal a lot with victims being shot, stabbed. We go to the hospital a lot. And most of these people, they don't have no health insurance, nothing at all. And the beautiful thing about the Institute is that we have victim services. And if they do qualify for victim services, then we can assist them with that.
Yep.
However, just in the inner city, it seems like there's really no concern, or I would say that there's really no concern of healthcare or benefits and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like people don't look forward to it. They're thinking about something else.
The politicians and the people that make these laws and rules and regulations come to this community. Open forums, community meetings, roundtable discussions, make a presence, come door to door. When these elected officials are trying to get votes, they're coming through the community, they're shaking hands, hugging babies. When they enact certain type of laws like that, and something that's very important like that as far as insurance, they need to show up for that too.
I would love to have informational sessions in the city areas, maybe even at the schools. Besides putting out pamphlets, I think going around talking to people about it would be great. Mailings would be great, but definitely into the schools, and even during the summer, right now it's coming upon us, summertime informational sessions would be great.
Any suggestions that you think that the state might listen to about this?
Well, I believe that yes, I believe that we should. Well, my recommendation will be that we educate our people the best that we can, and we willing to gather the people, because our organization represent more than 40 churches. That's around like 10,000 people that go to church, but each of those people have an average of 3 or 5 or more people.
A wider network.
A big network. And I believe that are we willing to help in gathering the people, using our buildings for forums, public forums and things like that, and our radio station, and we can help on that.
The aggressiveness of a campaign, people gathering people at forums and giving them the information, correct information, real information that can help their families, so they can have insurance, so they can, if something happens, they can get care. We have to be more informed, and we have to seek people to get that information and make the best possible decisions for our families concerning the health care initiatives that are coming up.
Well, I know for certain that from the investigation that we have done on this, we're quite happy to be under the threshold because we would not be able to afford to carry health insurance in the way that it is being dictated from the plan. So I do know, and I didn't do all the research on it. I have some of my people who have done research on it, but all of our employees are insured outside of our company.
So I'm not familiar with all aspects of it, but I know that it's mandated as of January of 2014, that everyone should have health insurance. And I know that there's a tax on it if you don't have, or you'll be penalized if you don't have health insurance. So all employees or anyone has to.
So I'm kind of wondering and insecure of the cost of the program or the packages that they may be able to be available there.
That information is very important for this community. I don't know how come they don't get that information. I don't know what the barriers are, but it's something that we definitely need to work on. It's something that we definitely need to inform our community about because it's very important. People need health insurance. People shouldn't die because they can't afford to see a doctor.
I have plenty of concerns because I believe with the disparities in the inner city communities, the health disparities, it's going to be tough. And I think a lot of the people do not know where to go for this issue. They don't know where to turn. So there will be many people out there that will not have insurance, even more, and so because they will not get it. There'll be many people that start to prey on the poor, and there'll be I can foresee it now. There'll be all types of schemes and scams that these people have to watch out for.
We have a lot of people that they might be naive to really get it or afford it, and that's an issue in our community when we have a lot of people, you know, with low income and struggling to really pay their bills, the regular stuff to eat, to pay the rent, and of course that's a concern that some people are having in our community. Yes.
In thinking about it, are many of the constituents that you come into contact with, are they uninsured now?
I would say probably, yeah, I would say the majority uninsured. And if they are insured, you know, sadly, it is through the state.
I think the fear is, of course, not be able to take care of themselves in their health, you know, and stay in the limbo, you know, and that's the fear right there. And I believe that's a great concern in our community, and we hope that we can have the information available. I think I like this conversation because I realize we need more information.
A majority of the residents in the community don't understand it and don't know how it will impact them, or whether that's positively or negatively impact them. And I think that we have to have a better understanding of what it really means for that average person, that person that's in the community that works, that may work hard every day, may have a family, may not be able to afford health care, or it may not be provided. So I think it's very prevalent. But on the whole, I think a lot of people walk around without any health care. I've talked to many people who, you know, all you can do is advise them to go to the emergency room, which they have to get care if they need that care. But many people walk around with no insurance at all, no health insurance at all.
However, in talking in the small business community, I can tell you that there are plenty of people strategically planning on how to avoid as much as they possibly can about to get around the system because it is so costly. And so how those costs come into play, I don't exactly know, but I do know that that it is certainly the buzz amongst small business owners because we have been talking.